Hi everyone and welcome back to Fontaine. It is very loud over here. There are waterfalls everywhere. I did not anticipate this issue, but we're here now and we're starting. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going off the map. We are going there. I can literally see it from here. I kind of wonder if I can glide all the way there. That is, I believe, Petrichor. And I've been wanting to get there for ages. We talked about this a couple times in the last few episodes, and I had so much confidence. I had so much faith that a world quest would take me there, but it looks like the answer is no. So I simply have to take myself there. Look at that. I waited for so long, and it didn't pay off. This is so sad. Okay. Very tempted to try flying there, but I think even with the fast flyer, I probably have to use a lot of stamina food, and I still don't know if I'd make it. So let's stick with plan A. Plan A was to find a boat, which is why we are here at this harbor. Wait a second. I have a waypoint thing over here, don't I? Let's use the waypoint thing. Yeah, back there. Okay. Is it up? I think it's up, though. Okay. So if it's not that one, I could use one that's in Sumeru. That could be fun. Can I commandeer a boat or ask somebody to give me a lift? Now, we do have the teleporter over there, of course. But, I mean, think of all the things that you might miss if you teleport over there. What if there's, like, Mora in the water or an Oculus? I want to try to take a boat.
Shower me with praise.
I'm surprised that there isn't somebody here who would be willing to take us, you know? A little water taxi? Would be nice. And it doesn't look like I can just borrow a boat. So maybe we will try the Sumeru waypoint idea. See if these guys will take us. Ah! Startled me. Lector, can you take me to Petrichor? No, but I do want to ask about your present, actually. I sure hope she likes the present that I picked out ever so carefully, he says. That's right, I've chosen something special from Fontaine to give to my lady love. Curious, I'd hope? All the other sailors hurried off to the court of Fontaine the moment we came ashore. Only I came back here. Sailing is hard work, yeah, but I truly look forward to setting sail once more to see my lady love in Natlan. When it comes to passions, I am nothing if not a serious man. If all goes well, I would even be willing to change lines of work and stay with her. But there are quite a few tribes where she lives, and different tribes come with different rules. Will I be able to integrate smoothly? Good question. I love that. You know, he's willing to dedicate his life to her, but he's also keeping in mind that he might need to put in some work in order to fit in. Seems like a very practical man. Good luck in your life. Lector, I believe your name was. But I could just walk there, I suppose. The closest waypoint, it does look like it's this one, but that's on top of the waterfall wall. Oh god, I'm out of pins, no! And I was thinking, oh, I could sail from over here maybe, but again, there's the waterfall wall. So I think we're just going to go on a stroll. Or maybe we'll stop by a Sumeru boat waypoint. Ooh, this is intriguing. They want me to be able to visit this one. Haha, there's an investigate. Look, there is Mora! I literally am after the Mora at this point. The situation is dire once again. Are these Sumeru folk? Oh my god, they are. I was going to say this door looks very Sumeru. Oh my god, you're from the academia. Wait, this is so cool. In hindsight, the boat design is very Sumeru. Wow! Hi, guys! I'm assuming I won't be able to go inside. What that? I do want to go on the roof because maybe there's Mora up there, but... Ah! There we go. And we always have to check the mast. Doesn't seem like there's anything up there to collect at this point. Wow! The waterfalls are so pretty! Alright, Brianna, you're up again. Wow, look at those oars! That's really cool. Thank you for the Mora, Academia. I kind of wonder what those people thought of the little investigate thing that we essentially just stole. Like, was that...
Strike a pose.
Like, why did they bring that with them? Was that part of their resources that they were issued by the academia and we just came along and snatched it? I think it'd be really funny if those little investigate caches had like an in-world presence. Looking for oculi. Oh, we would have heard it on the map already. Never mind. Looking for chests. Okay, onwards! I'm so excited. I hope I'm not accidentally missing the one world quest that would have taken us over here. I was so convinced that there would be something. Maybe it's at the other harbor? But we've been to the other harbor for the Institute world quest chain.
Strike a pose.
Do you think we would have seen it by now? Wait, is this new music? Is this Petrichor music? Because what we know about Petrichor is that it's sort of an area of music, isn't it? Musicians gather here or something? We were talking to a little girl in Beta Harbor, was it? What's the name of that place? Yeah, Beta Harbor. And she was talking about Petrichor. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's a place where musicians tend to gather. Which is super interesting. Oh, I had so many thoughts! I need to tell you my thoughts! It's super interesting if you consider the fact that I am suspecting that the ruins of Remuria are over here. They're probably under the water. Can I dive here? Look at her shadow. Probably not. Petrichor! We made it! But I need to tell you guys my thoughts. There we go, there's some Fontaine music. Basically, yeah, it makes sense that this island maybe has a heritage of music, if this is sort of where the last remnants of Remuria came to settle, and that sort of musical inclination, or that musical culture got passed down to the modern day. That could be really cool. I can see already that the building styles are different from the rest of Fontaine. That's pretty neat. But basically, okay, before we jump right into this, I heard a world quest. Where is it? I swear I just heard a world quest. Anyways, here's some thoughts that I had. They're about Albedo, my boy Albedo, whom I love. Basically, it's just, okay, so you remember how when we were in the Sitzenkreutzordo, Ordo, we read that thing about Descenders, basically, and people from beneath the waves being kind of like outsiders to this world, but not necessarily Descenders, because Descenders are a whole level of their own. That made me think about something that Albedo said during, what was it, the Shadows and Snowstorm event? That one? He said something about how basically he and the other beings like him were the products of the Primordial Human Project. And in hindsight, that is very fascinating. I'm sorry, was Gold trying to create primordial life? Was she trying to create primordial humans? That's really interesting. Why? Is she trying to create a Descender or someone with the power to rival a Descender? You know, why would she have interest in this? And things become especially complicated when you consider that Gold was not only part of the Hexen Circle, so like was this a Hexen Circle project? But she was also part of this mysterious group, or at least this collective of associates that Skirk told us about. With Sertologi and the others whose names I forget, but I do have them written down. I could check. So, was Gold trying to create primordial life? Was she just for fun, or was there a purpose there? And if there was a purpose there, did it have anything to do with, you know, a plan that these guys were coming up with together, or a plan that the Hexen Circle was coming up together, or is it just her own idea that she had? Primordial humans. And then that gets me thinking, how did she not get in a whole lot of trouble for that? Because it seems like, I feel pretty confident in saying this, the whole thing that Celestia was punishing Fontaine for was creating life, basically. And Focalor was talking about this. Isn't that exactly what they did? They stole primordial power in order to create life. And that's what Egeria did as well, but she got punished for it. So, one question that has been in the back of my mind for a long time now is, what did Conria do to get Celestia's anger upon it? And that might be our biggest hint yet, because we know from the books that Gold created a bunch of different life forms, right? She created Durin even, You can see where my thoughts have been lately. My thoughts have been in Mondstadt lately. And so... Oh my god, wait, new song. How jazzy. How interesting that this is the background music for this little thought train. But basically, I could see that totally being the inciting incident there. Celestia decides to get mad at Khaenri'ah for creating life. And that's what kind of kicked off the whole cataclysm? Now, I definitely feel like there's more to it, because a lot of the life that was created around the time, or a lot of the life that was unleashed upon the world at that time at least, was very dangerous. So, like, why were you creating that dangerous life? I know gold was responsible for a lot of it, so why? Anyways, so those were some very exciting pieces of the puzzle to potentially put together. I don't know if I'm right, but yeah. It kind of seems like one of the biggest issues that Khaenri'ah has with any mortal being is if they try to create life. And I'm just kind of like, that's fascinating. Anyways, so those are some thoughts I had. I think that was everything that came to mind. But basically, yeah, why was Gold trying to create people? Was there a purpose to this? Or did she just want to see if she could? Was she just trying to learn more about life itself? If you think about the stages of alchemy, and if you say, like, Durin could maybe be the first stage, Albedo would be the second stage, does that imply that she's going to keep creating life to try to accomplish a life from the third and from the fourth phase? What would a, like, Rubedo life form even look like? That could be really fascinating. But yeah, just, that's... I think these thoughts are sort of the byproduct of the Night Citizen quest chain. Oh, there's a hilly trail! There's a bunch of them, and they've got a chest. And a fire. I thought it was a glowy thing. And it is a glowy thing, but it's a normal glowy thing, because it's a fire. And fires do tend to glow. Okay. Anyways, those were all my thoughts for now. Hey, a bell! I love bells. How lovely. I wonder what that's about. Well, let's see. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Somebody clapping? Yay! I'm so happy. Petrichor! There you are. So, we've got a world quest. We should definitely pick that up. Because if there's a world quest on this tiny little island, does that mean there's a lower level? Does that mean there's an underwater area? Wow. The statue really is rebuilding itself quite a bit. Can I worship? No, I cannot. Mare Nostrum, our sea! Yay! Let me guess, I unlocked the entire Fontaine map or something. Mare Nostrum... Oh. Oh! I should check when I got that. So here we go. Ninian of the Lake, defeat the local legend Ninian of the Lake. Farewell, Mr. Eliphas, defeat Eliphas. Feared the fury of my wind, would blight all blossoms fair and true. When was that from? Gosh, I can never remember when these are from. A predictable ending. You help the Fontaine Research Institute get back on track? Beware of Angry Dog! Defeat a roaring Rift Hound. And the same mistakes. Ranged combat is advantageous to us. Huh? Oh my goodness, these are such good titles. Yay! Oh my gosh. Robin vs. Chesterton. Collect the entire Robin vs. Chesterton in Iridescent Root series. Renard the Deceiver. Collect the entire Fables de Fontaine series. And we get a thing! Mariner. The hands of travelers have touched 10,000 streams. They all flow from the same font of the world's waters and all return to the same sea. Thank you very much. I'm surprised that, wow, they really have all to do with books. It's kind of cool. Where's one that we just got, though? If you're thirsty for blood, unleash 4 Scarlet Night Tides in a single battle against the Knave. I've only fought her once. That means it was the first battle. Oh my goodness. Around Beyond, we're going to need more crops. Gather 800 items in Jade Field. I sure did do that. Wow! That's a final level one. That's so cool. Oh goodness. Luxuriant Glebe is very far behind. I wonder if I can get more of those. Same with Orderly Meadow. I feel like I can't. Those are higher level, but still. Font of All Waters. I have a lot of these. Sanctuary Pilgrim. Wave Riding Treasure Hunter. Semnai Sun Shadow. Oh. Here we go. Mare Nostrum. Light up the maps of the following areas in Fontaine. Nostoi region. Nostoi. Ooh. The symphony known attunement. The symphony known as Phobos has gone out of control, and a harmist must bring it back in harmony. Yet Fortuna's wheels turn on noiselessly, for destiny knows that even the perfect melody must someday end. Almost gives me a feeling that kind of the fate of the world, no one is currently watching it. It's spinning out of control. I could see that being the case with Celestia being asleep or whatever. Nobody's really paying attention to what's going on down here, it seems like. Who knows what we'll get up to. Might accidentally create life again, teehee. Still, what is Celestia up to? It's so weird. Why are they asleep? Oh, sorry. I don't suppose we injured the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles so much during our battle 500 years ago that they're still asleep?
Oh, there's a bunch of people over there. What are they doing? Let's go check it out.
Yes, I will, Paimon. Yeah, like... See, we totally could have sailed here. We've got a little boat now. Oh wait, this is perfect. This gives us a Fontanian Wave Rider that is below the, I almost said Harmony line. Ooh. Waterfall line. But yeah. If Celestia is asleep and nobody is watching over Fate right now, just kind of letting it run the course that they predetermined for it, presumably 500 years ago, at least. What's up with Vanessa? Is she okay? Did all the gods get absorbed into one godly mind or something? Hey, you! Yes, you blithering idiot. What are you doing dragging your feet for? Waiting for us all to get old? Why in the blazes aren't all these boxes already on the ship? No, boss. The dude they call idiot? No! Wait, these are Adventurers Guild guys! These are my brothers! I don't want to call him an idiot. No, boss, it's just these boxes are way too heavy. If we lug them all up, I think the ship might... Might what? This is treasure here. Treasure! You're just gonna leave profit on the grounds like that? But if we load everything on board, plus ourselves, I don't think the boat can hold all that weight. Huh, that's an easy one. If we just leave a couple of you here on this island, we can bring all the treasure back. Now can't we? Ooh, a cunning plan, boss. Oh, wait, I'm one of the ones you're taking with you, right? I don't want to get captured by those golems! You've seen what happens to anyone they catch. Oh, Remuria, I can smell you in the air. Oh, yeah, look at these statues. Do you suppose these were golems and that's why the heads have been removed, so they no longer operate? And stop yapping and start moving. If the Dark Lord's lackeys catch up, we're all done for? Y'all have got a Dark Lord over here?
Dark Lord's lackeys? Are they putting on some kind of show?
Wait, boss! There's people over there! Hi.
Vega, why don't we go ask them?
Oi, you! Yeah, you! The big one and the tiny thing. What are you skulking over there for? Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Can't leave any witnesses.
Huh? Vega, what are you saying? Anyway, we should talk to them first.
Yeah, let's go talk to them. We're all adventurers here. We can be friends. There's a cat! That's an important cat. It's wearing a necklace. From the look of you, you must be foreigners. And here I thought you were minions of the Dark Lord Remus! Remus? Oh my god. I'm delighted.
This is Vega and Paimon's Paimon. And you're right, we're travelers. Oh, but who's this Dark Lord Remus you mentioned? Has he finished playing his part already?
You don't even know who the Dark Lord is? Alright, I get it. I suppose it is up to me to educate you, oh ignorant outlanders. As you know, this was once a peaceful town. In those days, it was not yet named Petrichor. We Fontanians lived here in peace and safety until the golem armies of the Dark Lord Remus came. He was an awful tyrant, one who claimed to be the ruler of all waters. His forces had already obliterated countless towns and cities before arriving at ours. And we did see some of that in one of the books that we read about Remuria. They had a history of expansion, namely conquering places and bringing those people into their civilization, often as sort of a lower class. He took our hands, polluted the sources of pure water, and even tried to use music to tempt us. They raised high bell towers and fortresses, and the Dark Lord's fell melody enslaved our kin. But we, Fontanians free, rejected his rule. Thus did I and the warriors under my command march to war all across the land.
Ooh, nice world building. Very detailed. And then? What happened next? How did you defeat the Dark Lord?
The Dark Lord's golems are each mighty beyond measure. How could we be their match? Still, we had the aid of Este, the quick-witted this time. With his aid, we infiltrated the Dark Lord's fell keep and reclaimed the treasures he and his minions plundered from us Fontanians. Are you guys possibly treasure hoarders just in adventurer uniforms? That you can basically steal treasure and get away with it? Like the boss said, what is it we're doing again? Oh, yeah! Disrupting the special military maneuvers being conducted by the Dark Lord's legions. Totally a brilliant plan. My guess is, because we know Remuria fell ages and ages ago, they're just spouting some history at us to give us a story to fall for. But really, the golems here were probably protecting what's left of this island, and so when they came to raid the place, the golems tried to fight them. And now that we're here, they're telling us the story to fool us. And at the same time, they were telling each other the story before we even popped up. But maybe they speak in code, who knows? You're the protagonists of your play, yet you aren't on the up and up. When does this Dark Lord take the stage? Do you think we'd still be lugging treasure if he showed up? Like as not, we'd all have... Yeah, like as not, we'd all have been turned into golems already. Just like Este probably was. Este the Pitiful now, more like.
Whoa, he totally helped you, and you guys just left him behind and ran away? Are you sure you guys aren't the baddies? Baddies don't get to be the protagonists.
What do you mean, protagonists? Take the stage. Oi, from where I'm standing, it's looking like you're really his minions, just dressed up as foreigners. I can tell from all your blabbering on about performances and plays.
Eh? You mean you guys aren't putting on a performance?
So you won't fess up unless we char you first, eh? Let's get 'em, boys. Oh no! If these guys really are adventurers, I'm fighting my brethren. Look at this old man. Oh my god. I was gonna say he looks sad. Actually, he looks possessed. Is that like, Ooh, did a god die here? Wow, for some reason I really... Oh my god, look at that crossbow! For some reason, I really thought that Farina was Xingqiu. So I was trying to get close to those guys. It's weird. Get this crossbow out of here. You're a little dangerous, my friend. There we go. That was a cool crossbow. I don't think I've seen one like that before. The thieves, who were beaten so badly they couldn't spare even a thought for the treasures, fled on their boats. Bye!
There they go, huh? Guess they weren't acting after all. But what was this treasure they were talking about? Dark Lord this, Dark Lord's keep that. No way any of it's real.
Why don't we have a look at the treasure? Is it books? Can it be books, please?
But we don't know where this stuff came from.
Paimon, expressing disinterest in treasure? Say it isn't so. The cat is still here. Oh, good. Consider this a necessary investigation.
You're not wrong, but what if there's some kind of evil Dark Lordy trap inside? Guess there's no dissuading you. But please be careful, okay?
Of course. And as it so happens, there were no traps in the container, of the evil Dark Lordy variety or otherwise. But there was no valuable treasure within either. Within was naught but heavy shards of shattered stone. Oh? Oh? Like something that they took from ruins, maybe? Can we piece it back together? See what it was?
Paimon knew they were just a bunch of frauds. There's no treasure at all. Or is this shabby excuse for a statue some kind of priceless artifact? I think it was a golem.
Speaking of artificial life forms, golems traditionally are artificial life forms, right? That's curious. I wonder why Remuria didn't get in trouble for making golems. Maybe they weren't considered human-like enough?
Let's go to Petrichor and ask around. Maybe it's some kind of landmark or lucky mascot or something. As for the...
Paimon's voice?
As for these treasures,
But I did have another thought. That is, maybe the problem is not creating life. Otherwise, Albedo would be in a lot of trouble. Maybe the problem is just the problem that Celestia has with people, is using primordial power to create life. Because isn't primordial power the first thing that Celestia seized for themselves when Vanes descended?
Hey, Vega, you...
Oh no. Oh yay! How unforgettable, the Hortius Gettys overflowing with something. Oh, look at that guy! Oh, you look so cool! Imperator. My god. Is this a golem? Because look at your face. A dream? You're finally awake, Imperator. Look at their name! We've seen question marks before. We've never seen something be censored before. This day is one of great import. The day when we shall sound the great symphony, Phobos. Eh? There is yet time before the ritual, Imperator, but we should set out. I seem to have had a dream. A dream, Imperator? I did not know that gods could dream. In that case, what did you dream of? The great plains beneath the north wind? The silver tree beneath the frozen soil? Oh, nice references. Or did you see that golden future that you once showed me? I saw the sea swallowing the earth. Look at this dais behind them. It's got like... Would you say that's primordial water inside of it? Same with these, this organ. Are they in the primordial sea? Underwater, maybe? I'm assuming I'm looking into a snippet of Remuria right now. The children of white stone and brass sinking. The collapse of all that was once radiant. That prophecy, then, Imperator. It is precisely to prevent it from happening, to fight against inevitable fate, that we are here today. Just as you said, we have much paid for it. But once we are free of fate's, fortuna's, shackles, those sacrifices shall not have been in vain. So Remuria was deliberately trying to break free from fate. In this I have had faith ever since I accepted this body and became a Remurian. Apologies, Imperator. Forgive my lack of manners. Oh, they are wearing a mask. But still, they do look rather chalky, In any case, please, come with me. I would not be surprised if that individual is made of stone. Ooh! Oh, look at the, like, crystallizations around our vision. Are we made of stone too at this moment? We're very tall. Or at least we're taller than this guy. And who knows, this guy could be 7 feet tall himself. Oh, elevator! Though you bestowed upon undying bodies upon the people, allowing humanity to fear the tides of the deeps nevermore, our souls are still bound by the shackles of Fortuna. The burden of fate is not something mortal souls can bear, but Phobos shall weave the path of fate on our behalf, leading us forward on the path to just— oh my god! The melody of the symphony will flow through the waterways to the high sea, and soon Remuria, no, all of humanity will be freed from the unconscionable tyranny of fate and welcome an eternal utopian future. And then one day, the people will no longer need the guidance of Phobos, and all will be able to play their own symphony. Oh. It's kind of bring everyone under Phobos until fate has been rewritten enough that people can carve their own paths once more. Uh-oh. Remus. The star symbols. Remus. You once said that you would create a future free from the shackles of divine divinity. I love these old gods were built different. Oh my god. Yet your realm now lies violently shattered, and the chasm you tried to bridge has grown deeper still. The immortal race you created and the peoples of waters are slaughtering one another. And now, the so-called Eternal City too faces imminent collapse. You cannot control your own creation. The symphony has brought neither justice nor happiness, but has instead become the source of all sin. Though their flesh and blood have been sundered from water and soil, the lost souls guide them upon the path of inevitable death nonetheless. The curse of Fortuna is upon your people, and upon you. I'm assuming this is a voice from the sky speaking to him at this moment. Do you still remember our promise? This is our last resort. As long as the symphony is played, Is this the only way you usurper lords of humanity know to atone after bringing things to ruination? Still, your resolve, at least, does not shame your kingly crown. Is he speaking then to a primordial being, possibly a primordial dragon? At first I thought he was speaking to somebody from Celestia, or Celestia itself, you know, because he's looking upwards, but possibly not, because this being is calling him a usurper. I don't think that would be a title Celestia would use for one of their own sponsored gods, basically. They're the ones who usurped originally. And the promise was made indeed. Therefore, allow me to bear witness to your end. O king cursed by fate, drown thyself in song, wine, and feast, for the day of judgment has not yet come.
Vega, please, wake up! Just now. You scared me to death! Vega, you suddenly just completely stopped moving and started staring at the statue. Like you were a statue yourself. Paimon thought you had been turned into stone by the Dark Lord's evil curse.
I think I had a strange daydream.
There isn't really a curse, is there? Vega, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
As long as you're not hurt. Yeah, we should definitely go to Petrichor first.
That is so interesting. Petrichor dream. That's incredible. Okay, because it seems like, I'm guessing that was a vision of Remus's memory. It seems like Remus was trying to work against Fate/Fortuna, which I believe is, you know, established by Celestia, even back then as it is now. So that being that he had an agreement with must have... I'm really assuming that they weren't from Celestia, because otherwise they wouldn't have called him a usurper, because they're the ones who did the usurping first, you know? So I'm assuming that wasn't Celestia, so it could have been one of the sovereigns, or I'm just really fixated on the fact that he was looking at the sky. Could it have been a being from beyond this world? Oh my god, look at those birds. Or could it have been one of those beings no longer, or like, that are kind of antithetical to Celestia? Like the... Oh, this guy's walking around. That's freaky. Like the rock. The Sinner's Rock that we spoke to in Kari Bear. I'm really thinking about that, because a while back I had this theory that there would be sort of an opposite pantheon. A collection of divinities, I suppose you can say, they're not necessarily gods, who rivaled Celestia, but were sort of opposite to it. And so it's like you could maybe refer to these as gods of the abyss, for instance. But if such beings exist, how have we are, what is Fontaine? 5th region? How are we 5 regions into a 7, 8 region game, and we haven't heard about these opposing, for lack of a better term, divinities? If they do exist, I thought we would have heard of them by now, you know? So my current guess is that they could be made of beings who have either always opposed Celestia, that aren't sovereigns or anything, or people who once were aligned with Celestia but then were cast out or rejected or fell due to potentially sin. So that could be how the Sinner's Rock is one of them. A being that has been deemed a sinner by Celestia, you know? Now, I don't know where he came from originally. I don't know if he was ever, like, a god that fell, or was, like, some entity that has always existed opposed to Celestia, you know? Does that mean that this being came into existence after Fanes descended? Or is this being just somebody who belonged to this world already and didn't like the fact that Fanes did a little bit of usurping, you know? So there's just some thoughts, because then what that means is if we open up those two categories, there's a bunch of possibilities for people who could be sort of matching opposing forces to the gods of Celestia and like the heavenly principles and whatnot. So, for example, gods that tried to counteract Celestia's will and were killed for it. if those gods didn't really die, if they somehow survived, or if they were reborn, they could fulfill exactly what I'm looking for. And the one that actually came to mind that kind of made me realize this was King Deshret. Because my current understanding, or at least theory, is that he was basically devoured by Apep. But the thing is, you know, when a god dies, there's usually some sort of consequence from that. Like, you know, the god of salt and her whole thing. And, oh gosh, what is his name? Watatsumi Omikami? Yeah, that guy. And the Electro that is still in that region to this day, and the Tatarigami and everything. So, if King Deshret did die, then my first assumption was that if he was swallowed by Apep, Apep being an elemental dragon was possibly able to just absorb his sort of dying explosion of misfortune, or whatever you want to call it. And that's why there's no impact on Sumeru today. Where's Sumeru? Here it is. You know? Unless you want to say that this sandstorm is the impact of King Deshret dying, but I kind of doubt it. So then, this brings up another option, which is maybe King Deshret is actually still alive. Because remember the whole golden slumber thing? And he was trying to, I believe, basically create an eternal utopian dream world where nobody died because you were separated from your body, basically, already. So maybe he kind of successfully did that. So his body may have been consumed by Apep, but his mind still exists. So then he could be, for example, a theoretical divinity that is opposed to Celestia. So that's just sort of an idea that's going on there. He could still be alive and could reach out to people through like dreams and whatnot, perhaps. And this idea came back around because it really fits with a lot of the themes that are being explored actually here in Fontaine. Narcitzenkreuz and the Ordo was all about separating your mind from your physical form and basically dissolving the ego as well in order to never die, because you're not exactly alive anymore, but you're not dead. Your mind is separated from your body. So that was one of the ideas they were throwing around. And that it sounds exactly like what King Deshret was doing with the Golden Slumber. So yeah, just connections. There's one other connection here. Oh yes, we just saw it with Remus. It seems like Remus was doing things very similar to King Deshret, and he was trying to create a utopian paradise that had escaped from Fortuna, while King Deshret was trying to create an eternal paradise. And it seems like he kind of succeeded a little bit in the Eternal Oasis, which is, we know, separated from time itself, and it seems like separated from Irminsul as well. Because time is at a standstill in there. So it might have... It even seems like it doesn't have its own internal time. It seems to be separated from present-day time, and separated from its own eternal time. Time just doesn't pass there, as far as I can tell. So it could be maybe connected to external time, just frozen in a snapshot. Possibly. But why I'm hung up on that detail there is because it's definitely disconnected from Irminsul, because the chairs in there, one of them still bears Rukkhadevata's name. So I was thinking about this the other day. This is so off topic. Anyways, I hope you're enjoying. I was thinking about this the other day, and if the Eternal Oasis is disconnected from Irminsul, and it's disconnected from time, if it's disconnected from time, does that imply that it's disconnected from the power of the gods? And possibly, like, the powers of Celestia? Because we know that there's a god that rules over time. Yes, I know there's an Oculus. I will get it. So if it's disconnected from the powers of the gods, and it's disconnected from Irminsul, I'm just wondering, does that imply that those two things are connected? Like, maybe the Eternal Oasis is just isolated from everything, and it needed to be in order to maintain its form. But Irminsul has basically two possible origins in my mind. Either it is native to this world, in which case it is sort of the world's natural way of preserving memory and manifesting, like, life, pretty much. Manifesting existence. Or, I mean, potentially. I could go into that. Or it was created. And if it was created, who created it and why? And so I was looking at the Eternal Oasis, metaphorically. I didn't actually go there. I've just been thinking about it. And if it's connected from time, or disconnected from time and disconnected from Irminsul, does that mean that Irminsul is in fact a power or a thing created by the gods? And so that's my current theory, that Irminsul was created by basically Celestia, by which I mean the first who came, or the second who came, so on and so forth. Now, I don't have any evidence for this, though, which is bugging me. And it's so interwoven into this world. I mean, if it was created by Celestia, then that would demonstrate just the sheer level of control that Celestia has over this world, because, like, Irminsul, not only does it store all the memories of this world, but, like, it's connected to the ley lines. It is the ley line system, basically, the heart of it. And the ley lines power so many things in this world, and they produce so much of this world's energy. It's kind of like the world's natural energy recycling system, right? Where energy and memories are very closely connected, which really doesn't help me stop thinking that this world is completely a dream, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, it would be really interesting to see. All this to say, Remus is starting to show signs of being a god along the lines of a god like King Deshret, and that he was trying to counteract fate, which we know for sure he was, they just showed us. Unless I wasn't Remus in that dream, but I'm assuming I was. And it seems like he was opposed to what Celestia was doing. So it would be really interesting to... Hello. I'm very interested to learn what happened to Remus. Did he die? How did he die exactly? And can we see evidence that he is dead? Because if not, he could be another secret god still out there, biding his time. Part of the plan to overthrow Celestia, maybe. Could be really cool to see. Imagine playable Remus one day. That would be bonkers. Anyways, all that being said, let's see why this guy is possessed. And also, where'd the cat with the mysterious necklace go? Hey, Lord M. What on earth? You can talk to me? Oh there, citizen. If you require shelter, simply head to the bell tower in the city center. The savages have been getting all bold and uppity lately, so be on your guard? And you are. Larita's... Oh, goodness. Larita's Vicentius. My brain is at war with itself, saying that you should say this like Italian and saying that you should say this like Latin. Because, but like Italian would be Vicentius. Vicentinus. And Latin is, Vicentinus. Yeah, Vicentinus. Am I under the auxilia of Makimos's Legio 3. This is so cool. So as long as we are here, we shall suffer no despicable invaders to step within the city walls. Are you still part of the Fortuna? Or, I'm sorry, the Symphony? City walls? Where'd they come from? Are we not within our defensive walls as we speak? Ah, wait, I see. You're testing me. Why? Just as Dominus Boethius once said, mighty legions are the true walls of the Empire. I just saw that name somewhere. Boethius, where did I see that name? I saw that recently. The bell tower? Indeed. These are days of fire and sword, after all, and as soldiers of the Imperator, our God King, we cannot allow our Imperial citizens to be exposed to danger. Someone in the bell tower will guide you to Makimos. You will be safe there. Good to know. I wonder how many other people are still within the Symphony, if anybody else is. About the barbarians? Those savages. There's nothing to be said for those detestable invaders. They destroy our cities, slaughter our people. Enemies of the Empire, I name them. Nay, enemies of all civilization. Still, you need not fear, citizen. Dominus Boethius shall soon come to Makimos in prison. When that happens, all disturbances shall be utterly quelled, and those putrid primitives shall get what they deserve. Have you met any barbarians? No, not yet, I fear. They're a cunning lot, I must say. They rarely show up when they cannot be sure of victory. Buddy. I have so many questions. How many people are still within this illusion? Is there anybody in the bell tower? Is it everybody in the city? If it was everybody in the city, I feel like that girl that we spoke to in Sumeru would not have said what she said. Unless this is a recent resurgence. Hi, Goldoni. Those Auxilia barbarian stock are spreading overwrought rumors about those Lock Knights again. Lock Knights? I should suggest to Dominus Boethius that we stamp those ridiculous ravings out completely. And you are? No need for surprise, citizen. As you see, I am a musician elevated by the Sebastos, yet I am a citizen, just as you are. Marquia Gordiana Semproniana am I, hereby the eminent will of Dominus Boethius to take over from my colleague, Davarius, and tune the melodies of this land. She has 3 names. Cognomen, Prinomen, and what's the other one called? I forget. She's done a lot already. Are you an ascended musician, then? Indeed, that is so. A flawless body, immortal life, and absolute beauty. Behold, citizen, you look upon the honor bestowed on me by the Sebastos. He has caused our bodies to transcend lowly mortality, turning the tragic dirge of death into proud triumph. It is by this grace that I have the honor of performing the Eternal Symphony. But you look like an ordinary person. Is that so? Thank you for your praise, citizen. Still, you should direct that adoration to the might and mercy of the Sebastos. To carve immortal bodies from stone that could look no different from ordinary mortals, who else but he could have achieved this great feat? Bro. So, Lock Knights? Fret not about the lies those slaves tell. Their so-called Lock Knights are but facetious, far-fetched fictions. They spread rumors and call those barbarians who worship a false god knights, believing that they shall one day be free from their fated duties. I do not condemn such folly, for folly is the way of the lowly. Yet their delusions are fanned ever hotter, such that their melodies are tranquil no longer. They must be cured. Once the disturbances have subsided, I shall act forcefully to correct such strange skeins of supposition. Delusion and weakness both breed turmoil. Or you could give them better living conditions and, like, you know, maybe free them? Or maybe not have conquered them in the first place? Have you considered not conquering people? I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? I don't like this. Oh! Did I get a stick? A ridiculously common branch. Yes! I wanted one of these! At least they've got ridiculously common branches here. Where would that be, actually? Quest items? Ah, yes. A very ordinary branch that has been processed by human hands in some way. It might have been a prop used by children at play. But whatever it is, it couldn't have been some barbarian token. Oh no, it definitely is, and I will protect it with my life. We've got more! I'm gonna steal your fish. You don't deserve your fish. Treat your citizens equally and then you'll get fish. I'm not even going to compliment your door because I'm mad at you. You being this entire civilization. I will see why you're on the roof, though. Are you a fiddler? Will you let me up, please, Giovanni?
This battle's over, I'll be able to go home.
You miss home. Is this not your home? How do I come talk to you? Giovanni, I don't like your roof. You have an anti-adventurer roof up. Ooh! Oh no, there's the bird eggs. Let's try this way. Okay, great. Jump. Aha! You can't hide from me, Giovanni. Up! Okay. Okay. I fell. It's fine. Hi, Giovanni. I wonder when this war will finally be over. Yeah, me too. What are you doing up here on the roof? I'm monitoring the area for any suspicious barbarian activity, of course. Recently... Wait a moment. How did you get up this watchtower, citizen? That's my line, really. Whatever. That isn't important. Tribunus Metius says that the savages' assaults are advancing apace. The latest news is that they must have sent spies among us. You must be on guard. But would those brutes really be interested in our remote little city? To the extent that they would go through all the trouble of sending spies? Meat is meat, no matter how small the portion. Oh dear. Ah, citizen, you speak true. It seems I must keep to my task. Judging by how you spoke, might you be experienced in such matters? In which case, could I entreat you to survey the surrounding area? Should the barbarians have been active, they must have left some trail, like a wooden sword, perhaps. Like kids play fighting? Well, now they are savages. Would it be so strange that they would use sticks as weapons? In any case, I am counting on you. Should you discover anything, report back to me. Consider it your joyous duty as a Remurian. I would rather not. I'd rather kind of become a spy, actually. There are so many people. Oh my god.
Chin up, soldiers! Look to your equipment. Don't lose them again.
Paimon says, this place looks so deserted. Everyone looks so weird. There's a lot of people here, but they're all living in a dream. I want the Oculus. Oh, it's a bird. Here we go. Nope, here we don't go. Oh, these roofs. Evil! Evil roofs! Around the corner, not too far though. Because if we climb right onto this post, maybe... Hey, we did it! Poop! Petrichor, by the way, is my quest. Oh, I'm in the area. Okay, good. Let's talk to the kid, I guess. Hi. Moche? Stay on your guard, citizen. What are you doing? Me? It is as you see. I am busy dealing with the barbarian threat. They have been stepping up their attacks. Perhaps they might even have sent spies. This is no trivial matter. Vigilance must be maintained until reinforcements arrive. If there is anything else, please bring it up with my adjutant, citizen. You have an adjutant? A child out here on their own? A child? Where from? Did some new legionnaire disobey orders and bring their family into the camp again? Dominus Cassiodor is far too gentle with these greenhorns. If this were to have happened 3 decades prior, a tribunus would have had a whip out by now. You are very Roman indeed. Have there been any suspicious happenings lately? Not at present. That said, the barbarians are akin to cunning beasts. Ever will they strike when your guard has been lowered, for surprise is their greatest weapon. By methods most foul, they infiltrate our cities and seek out our secrets. Even the slightest lapse in discipline may lead to catastrophe. 30 years ago, when I followed Dominus Boethius to conquest in the far north... Really? They were but a pack of primitives without much skill for subterfuge. Where did they learn these tricks? 30 years ago? Your parents wouldn't have even been born yet. What did you just say, citizen? I fear my hearing's been going as I age. Time truly is cruel. During the conquest of Britoria, I could hear the barbarians' bells calling them to muster from miles away. So, is this all part of the illusion? Or are you an immortal being? I'm guessing it's more of A than B. Maybe each of these people inherited the mind of a Remurian? Darn it, I wanted that teleporter. Welcome, travelers. Oh, traversers of dreamscapes. You don't say. I am the bell ringer at the intersection clock tower, the guide that welcomes travelers to the Eternal City. Oh joy, more world building, eh? So, valiant guardian, shall we find the Eternal City to our left or our right?
Wait, you're in character already? Are you sure it's okay? Leaving that aside for now, all the townspeople we ran into on the way over were acting really weird. Do you know what that's about?
Why? Everyone has gone to Mokimos already. I imagine that they now dwell under the protection of the Sebastos. Mokimos. I'm getting a Deus Ex Machina feel. Is this supposed to be like some... Again, some collective consciousness? Kind of like what Deshret was doing? No, dwelling within the symphony, maybe?
Wow, so in addition to the Dark Lord Remus, now we've got a Sebastos? This is getting more complicated by the minute.
Dark Lord Remus. It would appear that in your journey you have crossed paths with those uncouth barbarians. That is indeed a blasphemous title with which they besmirch the Sebastos Remus, our mighty Imperator.
Oh, so they're both the same Remus. They are the same person after all.
But it is of no consequence. The Sebastos may not be defined by the narrow notions of the tribal mob. Those despicable insects may speak slander as they wish, but the wise, inspired by his noblest ideals, will yet come forth in their droves. Now, those insignificant insects are my dear brethren of the Adventurers Guild, so I don't take kindly to your words, sir. When the bell of eternity tolls, all that has ever come to pass shall be erased, and all will be reborn, regardless of who they are or where they are from. Be grateful and rejoice. Praise be!
What should we do, Vega? This person sure seems lucid, but the stuff he's been spouting is all kinds of whack. You think we've got a sleepwalker here? Maybe he's dreaming.
Do you name me a dreamer? The symptoms do match. Who knows? We could be the ones dreaming.
No way, that's impossible! At least, we probably aren't.
Dreaming? I certainly... Ooh, we got yoinked! What will we look like to you? What will... Oh, you passed out, never mind.
Hey, you... Uh-oh, he's out cold.
Travelers from outside. Halt. Oh boy. Excellent. You two look completely mentally sound.
Finally, a normal person. Seriously, what's going on in this town?
For that, let's get this gentleman somewhere safe. Can't be leaving him lying here, can we? He'll catch a cold. Hey, you seem nice. Though the risk of catching a cold might not be the most important thing right now, you still work together with the normal person to move the incoherently rambling bell ringer onto a nearby bench. There's the cat! Maybe the cat is the god. Maybe the cat's necklace is the key that we will need to open something later. Oh, Esta! Anyway, allow me to reintroduce myself. Call me Esta. I'm a member of the town's Daydream Club. I'm the only member present right now, though.
Paimon's Paimon, and she's Vega. We're
tourists visiting Petrichor, passing adventurers. We're members of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Technically, I don't think we've been named that. I don't want to impersonate law enforcement or whatever, so we're tourists.
I like to keep a low profile.
In that case, your timing could hardly be worse. I'm afraid our present state might disappoint you.
Wait, you introduced yourself as Esta. We've heard that name before.
It was you who brought the bandits into the Dark Lord's castle, was it not? Ah, I see you escaped with your life. Fabulous! Huh? What? So, you've also...
No, we're wide awake, trust us. We just don't get why everyone's saying all sorts of crazy things.
You tell Esta about how you met and drove the bandits who saw the shattered stones as treasure away outside town. Oh, it's them. Where to begin? The legend of the fated castle has never been a secret. Adventurers just like them come by looking for it every once in a while. And whether it's because the impression the name Golden Troop conjures up is nothing more than poetic imagery, or because the castle was built millennia ago, it's more likely than not that nothing of value remains there now. But would they ever listen? Of course not! No sooner had I brought them over to the ruins in the mountains than they began destroying statues and stuffing them into boxes like people possessed. I could not stop them alone, so I went back to town to get help. I never imagined I'd find nothing but dazed stares and mad ramblings all around. It was like everyone had fallen under some hypnotic spell. Ooh, do you think smashing the statues might have, released spirits that were encased inside, and now each of these people is possessed by a spirit? The Daydream Club has researched hypnosis before, but something like this is far, far beyond our capabilities. My hypothesis is that something abnormal has occurred within the ruins. According to the records... Actually, why are we the only ones not affected? Interesting. Most interesting. Perhaps we can find a solution in the ruins. Maybe we can find treasure in the ruins.
Why don't you wait here, Esta? Leave the adventuring to us. If you come too, you might get turned into a golem. Aw, is that your cat, Esta? It's so cute!
No, though the fellow who studied hypnotism would say that they are creatures with keen senses. How odd. That, collar? Pendant? I could swear I've seen that accessory before.
Oh, it ran off. Anyway, ignoring the cat question for now, we should still go into the ruins first and have a look. Say, Esta, how can we get there?
The guide's asking for directions. Truly, we are going off the beaten path in this one. The ruins. The mountain behind the town. Just so happens to be the exact direction that the cat ran off in. Kitty cat, kitty cat. Then it's time we set off. Things are pretty murky right now. Take extra care.
You too, alright? We'll be back, don't you worry.
I am so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, we've got people to talk to. Esta, I'm counting on you then. How could something like this happen? I can't just leave everyone else in town to fend for themselves, or I'd be up a gander back to the ruins to investigate. Still, it's a good thing I ran into you. Please be extra careful. Basically saying he would go check out the ruins, it's just that he can't leave everybody alone.
Okay, we've got things to investigate. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ooh, I can sit down. I am enjoying all the instruments everywhere. I wonder if there's a lot of instrument crafts people around here? I've been kind of trying to check out the tools on the tables to see. I wonder if we should try to talk to everybody we can before we break whatever curse is going on, maybe, question mark? Because I get the feeling that they will say different things once they are no longer possessed. Hey, good merchant. Thanks be to the God King. All goes as planned. Who are you? An outlander. Here? Are you a pilgrim by any chance? Still, no wonder. The great works of Remuria are worth the admiration of all peoples. Also, since the God King has granted you leave to bask in his glory, I have no right to object. What's the plan you speak of? Ah, that. I am presently working on the research plans for our institution. There is much to do, but thanks to the God King's radiant blessing, we have many clever minds and hands to take up the work. To be entrusted with such duties in his blessed name, such happiness is mine that shall never be surpassed. Congratulations. Now your institution makes me think of the research institution. Were they trying to build one of their own, maybe? Something similar. Babies? Definitely want to talk to these guys. I just want to beat up their shrubbery first. We are surrounded. Oh my god, there's people everywhere. Ooh, hey, if I break these rocks... Also, we can talk to the statue. That's interesting. Oh, it's got a head! Maybe it's still alive. Benier, 136. Alright, 14 more times and we'll take a break. Do you need a hand? A hand? No, no need. But training requires the assistance of one another. What training requires the assistance of another? Only by honing my physique can I join the Legion Athanatoi as one of its sublime soldiers, just like this officer here. Ah yes, introductions are in order. This is my instructor. Only by clearing the tests he sets can I earn the right to ascend. Isn't this just a statue? What are you saying, citizen? Are not all Remurians this way? In any case, would you like to have a go? The initial test involves the simultaneous... Oh. The initial test involves the simultaneous smashing of these stone pillars. Don't underestimate them, however. Even with all my training, I can only shatter one with a single punch. I'll give it a try. Excellent, you have spirit. Come, let me witness your strength. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. I'm wondering if I can use Navia's skill, or if I tackle this just like that one daily commission back in Mondstadt all those years ago. Just need to get up onto the roof somehow. Oh, that backfired. Okay. Do I have enough height? I don't. Let's see if I can just see an easy climb. There's the Oculus. Nope. Come on. We did this before. I know you can do it. Thought you could at least. Darn. I guess I could go up the hill. I'm going to get just up to here. Yeah, this will work. I can almost get that Oculus while I'm up here. We'll get it later. Behind the trees. Oh darn, did I walk away? Too far. I got him. Huh, so that's how you chose to handle it. Wow, you were just like... Oh, what is her name? Elle something. She wants to join the Knights. Truly splendid. Have you previously served in our God King's armies by any chance? Our fine officer also praises your performance. It seems I must work harder. Do I get anything for that? Oh my god, I did. Awesome. Let's see what happens if we talk to the statue. Hey there, buddy. Nice weather we're having today. Nothing to say to me, have you? Perhaps we could spar a bit. Show me the side you usually hide. Alright, looks like this one really is just a statue. Maybe it comes to life at night. Look how... Maybe it's a stone inlay that's fallen out? That's pretty cool. It's got the blue here, but no blue here. Alright. No! Wrong one. You had one other thing to say. What are you doing? Eligibility for ascension? Oh, wow. I guess you can't do it again because, I broke the things. Rocks. Okay. Anyways, everybody's trying to ascend. Very interesting. Are those eggs? Yes, they are. Alrighty, tell me about your cannon. I must find a way to resolve these engineering issues post-haste. What issues? Why, that of the high-altitude aqueducts, of course. These will become key arteries for Remuria, allowing purveyors, pedestrians, and pilgrims alike to pass. But there are still a great many issues to solve. First, materials. Then the bridge support schematics. A high-altitude aqueduct here. Or a high-altitude aqueduct here? We're still in the design phase, of course. I shall have to undertake some discussions to perfect the plans before construction begins. What an investment of resources and manpower. Such wonders are only possible thanks to our God King's grace. I am truly blessed to have been granted the opportunity to dedicate my life to this work. Aqueducts. Very Roman. Babies! I must find a way to resolve these structural issues post-haste. What issues? I'm designing a high-altitude or a high-speed aquabus, but there's just one problem. After a period of high-speed operation, its internal components begin to vibrate intensely, damaging them. I've tried switching materials many times, but the problem remains. Is the problem with my design then, or the materials? Could I see the aquabus? Well, the trial versions are all in my lab. I came out here to find materials. The God King even assigned me a guard to conduct research under his glorious banner. Such happiness. Ooh. I'm wondering if you're kind of breaking through the illusion. Maybe you're noticing that your physical world does not match up with your mental reality, and that is throwing it off of you. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll talk to him. Let's get this teleporter, though. And then we'll talk to him, and then we'll head over to the ruins. Hello. Bosway? What should tonight's menu be? What are you doing? Oh, right. I'm working on tonight's menu. After much contemplation, I decided on fish for the main dish, to go with a few special drinks. I'm sure those gentlemen will be pleased. Thanks to the God King's grace, the spices I ordered finally arrived on time, and combined with some fresh fish from the ocean. Well, feel free to stay and have a taste. Trust me, fish are my specialty. And you used to be a researcher, it says. So, curious that you've been possessed by a chef. Though they do say cooking is chemistry, don't they? Oh, wait, the Oculus is like right here. Is it up there? I thought it was on that side. There are two? We'll get this one. Wow, look at Fontaine. Yeah, there's two. Where's the other one then? Aha! Perfect. We can get this one and fly down to that one. Up we get. There's Celestia. Hi, Celestia. Oh wait, I should take a picture for my Celestia triangulation map. Oh, this will be a really helpful one too. This is my first one from this direction. Awesome. Exploration progress 17%. There you are. Oh, now that looks like a place I can dive. Oh, fantastic. I think we're going underwater. I think we're gonna find Remuria. I think we're gonna find Arlequina's boss, and it's gonna be a golem. Who do you think it'll be? Could it be like a specific golem? Could it be Sebastos himself? Oh wow, a 3-tier seal. Or could it be like that guy that was speaking to us in the dream? I might be kind of sad if I have to fight him. Whoa, this statue can move! First golem fight! Even that little gecko is running away. Hello! I'm coming to fight you as fast as I can. You've got a geo shield, you've got a little chest.
I present. Let my name echo in song.
Yikes!
My royal attack!
So let's definitely get Navi out in the field. Her claymore will help us much. Thank you, Navia.
Feeling lucky?
Is Oz already gone? Where'd you go, Oz, buddy?
Coming at ya.
Let's bring him back.
Feel thyself.
Oh, you got your shield back. Impressive indeed. Aha! Not bad, not bad. The cat? Look at the cat's eyes! And the cat is glowing! Not bad, not bad. Your valor would not know shame, even should it stand in the company of the Marishosa hunters of old. Wow, it's a rare shiny cat.
We've seen a whole lot of really strange things on our journey. Even so, a glowing, talking cat? Paimon supposes it still makes the rare list.
Is the moon right behind the pillar behind you, Paimon? Is the moon back there? Kind of want it to rise so I can see it. One such as I shall not dwell on being called a strange thing. O chosen champions, Vega and Paimon, the time has come for true heroes such as ye to step forth. Is the cat conning us? Because the cat does mysteriously know our names, but the cat was also definitely eavesdropping when we introduced ourselves to Esta earlier. Come with me unto the ancient kingdom of the deep seas. We must still the chaotic symphony if we are to save the lost souls. You are really cute, though. Those eyes feel so distinctive. Blue and gold? Or yellow, at least? Is this part of the world building, too? Oh, right. I'm the hero. Let the journey begin.
Could it be like one of the Yae publishing house's novels? The ones with the "he was our champion in the last life, but only he inherited the memories" kind of plot? Speaking of, just who are you?
Must I start from the beginning? Very well. Oronides of Oronopolis is my name, a spirit keeper of the ancient realm.
Oronides of the where now? What a tongue twister. I'm just gonna call you Osa for short. That's close enough, right? What do you think? Meow. Meow?
Meow meow. It appears that I cannot command this body as I wish, to the extent that bestial behaviors may even overbear me from time to time. If, from the beginning, I could only have... Ahem. As the two of you can see, the boundaries between past and present have begun to blur, thanks to the influence of the chaotic symphony. Ah, so instead of so instead of fate sort of spinning out of control, it's the story itself, perhaps. The writing of this world. It is for this reason that I too have awoken. For now, the affected area is yet small. The inhabitants of Petrichor have had their souls taken away. They exist in that maddened, dreamlike state because the symphony has temporarily granted them identities and memories to fill the void left behind. It is as if a vessel filled with pure water has had its contents replaced with wondrous wine. An apt description, considering that those are memories of ancient history gifted by the symphony.
Eh? What Paimon think? So, what you're saying is that the townspeople of Petrichor have had their souls taken away? Or their souls stolen? And then their bodies have been possessed? Oh, that sounds super scary!
You said that the affected area isn't very large yet? That is correct, Vega. Of course, eventually, even the court of Fontaine will be consumed if the chosen hero cannot restore harmony to the chaotic melody. Nothing else for it. I am the hero, after all. No choice but to take a look.
Yeah, alright then. Asa, lead the way.
Thank you so much. The road to the ancient realm lies beneath this spring you see before you. I have caused the seal on the hidden path to manifest. Next, I shall activate the device that sustains the seal. That was cute. Yay! There we go. Now then, help me retrieve the harp strings, and I shall thus be able to break the seal and open the way. I love the unlocking noise in this game, it's so satisfying. Give me your strings! Oh, seal of destiny. Thank you very much. Now then, let us go onto the fated castellum of gold.
A faded golden cast. Esther mentioned something about the legend of the faded castle too, right? Aren't we talking about these ruins?
Nay, nay. These are but scraps on the surface. The true castle lies deeper underwater.
You sure do know much more than the cats in town, huh, Elsa?
You compare me to the cats in town? Such... Follow closely, and try not to get lost then.
Wow, he just jumped down! Cats can cats swim?
I liked his bubble that he had. That was a cool bubble. Ancient score! Ooh. I'll keep this close.
An answer from this world?
Darn it. Ancient score. Well, let's definitely take a look. Hello. This seems to be a musical score created using unknown materials by an ancient civilization. The melody recorded within can only be deciphered using a special device. Okay. Are we going to get that device, do you think? Sort of scanning the area. Puzzle over there. Oh, domain. Wait, is that... We have to get that. Is that the artifact domain for Arlecchino? I feel like I remember that she had a domain that I somehow hadn't unlocked yet. Faded Theater. Yes! We should run it! Let's see. Harmonic Whimsy. Attack. When the value of a bond of life increases or decreases, the character deals more damage. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, this is interesting. Unfinished Reverie. Who is that for? After leaving combat for 3 seconds, damage dealt increases by 50%. In combat, if no burning opponents are nearby for more than 6 seconds, its damage bonus will decrease. When a burning opponent exists, it will increase. So somebody off-field who is either Pyro or Dendro, basically, who's involved with burning. The bond... Ooh, bond of life buff. Okay. Well, the only bond of life character I have is... Oh, we should go with just a regular party. Arlecchino. As far as I'm aware. Let's do this! So it would be interesting to bring Arlecchino in here, but she's also a baby at the moment. From the Speedo with love. Get these shields out of here. Their shields, not my shields, though. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get Karina's back on the field, back to Navia. Okay, got one guy. Go ahead and do this, might as well. And a little bit more. Oh, that means that I have a buff right now. Nice. Oh, Golems, of course! That makes sense. Let's see if I can switch back for just a second. I want to get my HP buffs back. Dodge that. Pick these up. Try to get all of them in that. I think I did. Nice. Good job, Navia. Oz, we need you to come back, and we might as well, so we can get some crystallizers, basically. I really should just focus on one until they're gone, because otherwise there's just too many to fight. Bring this back. Bring Oz back. Might as well drop the bubble just for funsies. Ooh, that's new. You've got firepower, my friend. Okay, okay. Where's Oz? Switch you back as well. Sorry. Sorry for Rita. I do appreciate that they're grouping up. That's super helpful. I am kind of laughing that they're like growling. Because presumably these are Remurian citizens turned into stone, or they were originally carved as stone? I don't know. But either way, I just kind of find it funny. I think we need Oz back in the field? We do. There's Oz. Okay, great. How am I doing on time? I've got 2.5 minutes. Yay, we did it! Hooray! Bring this over here. The Singer of Many Waters. Thank you, thank you. We used condensed might as well. I've got plenty. Thank you. Well, it's the right set at least. That's nice. Okay, cool. So it's Petrichors and then Golems. That's fun. New enemies. That was a fun one. I also, going in there, was kind of nostalgic because I remember back in the day when I could not beat things on the highest level. And then, you know, some of the domains I could, and then some of them I couldn't. Like, for instance, the Larua talent domain was really hard to defeat on the highest level for a long time. It's the fact that I can just go into a brand new domain and just immediately go to the highest level. It's like, wow.
The show begins.
I've kind of grown as a player. But also, you know, I am max world level now, so I should hope that I would be able to do it at the level that is designed for my world level. Otherwise, something's a little unbalanced. Whee! In we go. Hello. Checking for chests. Oh, hello. Ooh, you look super cool, buddy. So were you trying to fight something that was coming up from below? Or were you trying to invade? Interesting.
Paimon feels like these statues are staring at us. They won't suddenly attack us, will they?
Difficult to say. Perhaps that golem you defeated earlier climbed up from here.
Look at the fish. That's just terrifying. Is it too late to swim back now?
Paimon, you've gotten so much more comfortable in the water. I'm so proud of you. That way. Yeah? That way? Okay. It just looks like he's giving us directions. Whee! Teleporter? Will you let me grab the teleporter first? Nope. So close.
Huh. Paimon didn't think there'd be such a huge space down below. Guess you do know your stuff, Ulsa.
This is but the tip of the iceberg. Once, an entire nation and the land upon which it was built sank beneath the waves. And my mission is to prevent that which has sunk from resurfacing. Or so I believe. Oof, and just like that, you suddenly became a lot less reliable. I really wish I had a reliable guide. Aw, I don't want to insult Paimon like that. Well, what am I but a cat that knows an inkling more than those in town, Anyway, we are the sole arbiters of whether the souls of the townsfolk can safely return to their bodies or not, so eyes up now. The fated castle is just through that great gate. Let us continue onward. Okay, gameplay tutorial. Shining talking cat. Follow Ulsa and explore the ancient realm that lies beneath the deep waters. While adventuring with him, you can talk to him at any time to get additional information. Don't forget to pet him from time to time, alright? I can pet the cat? I can pet also? Where are you, buddy? Are you on the map? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, tiny little dark area in Cheney Vale. Oh, look at! It's a tiny little area. I guess I did kind of expect it to be bigger, but with this entire little ocean we have. But look at all those teleporters! Wow! Oh, and there's layers. That's how it's going to be big. I am a cat after all, so appearing and disappearing with utmost alacrity is to be expected. Paimon, it is you, Paimon, who must fly faster. Do not let those trifling things outside the window interfere with our relentless march forward. Trifling things? Outside the window? What's outside the window? Wow, pretty. Oh, what is that? Wow. It went through the wall. Is it a ghost? I mean, it looked like a V-shop. It also kind of looked like the narwhal because it had that same, the tail sort of disappearing into nothingness. But what was that? That was so cool. A little sea beastie? Book! Can I collect it? Oh my god, I can. Anecdotus serpentorinalis. Oh, the rest are avoiding me. So sad. Delightful. I'm looking for more books. If there's a whole... Oh my god. Submit. Use Lost Grimoire to activate the mysterious bookshelf. Oh my god. A strange book of magic that has, by the symphony's power, calmed down at last. If you have the chance, you might want to return it to its shelf. Let's keep that one in mind. Oh my god. I wanted my sparkle. Oh, I thought that was the book.
Wow, Paimon bets a lot of people can live in a huge castle like this.
But of course. And not just people either.
Hey, there you go again, saying creepy stuff with a straight face.
Oh, fret not. Surely heroes such as yourself would dispatch any hidden ghosts or phantoms without breaking a sweat.
And what is this? Such an exquisite box. Seems like a music box of some kind. Still, it doesn't seem to fit in too well with its surroundings.
Good eye. That is indeed a music box. But just as I have knowledge beyond ordinary cats, this music box has functions beyond most others. What, it can speak too? My, I didn't think you would be so catty. That did not cross... Oh my god, he's so cute! Look at him! Look at his little face! Oh, he's so cute! He looks really soft. Adorable. Regrettably, it does not have much of a function, or does not have such a function, for now at least. Anyway, even those who lack any musical knowledge can freely operate the power of the symphony using this box. We will have use of it later, I am sure.
Huh? But isn't it because this symphony has gone all wacky that all the townsfolk turned into... whatever they are now? So what if Vega presses the wrong button or something?
Symphony here may also become chaotic. What sort of clumsy claw do you take me for, Paimon?
I'm just thinking about the worst case scenario. Maybe also might jump out from a corner and scare you. One of those unmoving statues might start walking around. Or maybe traps might spring out from the ground and the walls.
Paimon, are you starting to get a little traumatized by our adventuring?
Any of those could happen, right?
Peace now. You need not be so fretful. The symphony was mighty, glorious, and beautiful once. An existence that shouldered golden ideals. That it sows chaos upon the surface is a mere mishap of misalignment, the result of evildoers misusing a great, glorious power. But were it Vega, surely she would yield its power correctly. That's quite a lot of trust you're putting in us. I wouldn't be so sure if I was you.
Hey, now's not the time to be joking around. What if Elsa takes you seriously, huh?
We have spoken this much. Now, to put things to the test. Remember the strings we got from the harp in the ruins? Those were, in truth, the scores on which the symphony was recorded. As long as you place the score into the music box, the box shall play its tune all on its own. Oh, so this is the device. Ooh. Pretty. Ooh. Symphony's bounty. I guess I unlocked the first oh! Played the first score, Locus Amonis? Well, thank you very much. Chapter of an ancient chord. That feels perfect. Locus Amonis? It is said that the first terrestrial creatures emerged from the warm oceans. The lands were then fertile, producing all in abundance. The gifts bestowed by fate were so ample that it seemed as if the land itself had been specially prepared for them. A moving melody accompanies the swift ship as it cuts through the azure waves. The outlander gently plucks at the harp strings, telling his companion, "From here to the ends of the earth, something, until that day comes." To the birds. You can see people on the ship. It looks like there's one tall one and 4 short ones. 1 leader and 4 supporters. This is so sweet. I kind of want to go back already and re-listen to it though. Is it going to just keep going or does it have an end? I don't know. It is really sweet. It's interesting that they're approaching land, but the land appears to have buildings on it already. So they're not finding new land, they're finding civilization of some sort. And is that a storm above them? It almost looks like a giant being with wings. I think it just restarted. Okay, I wanted to do that one more time because I want to see what they said. Moving melody, it cuts through the waves. From here to the ends of the sea, all this I give to thee. Okay. Until that day comes. Curious. I'm guessing this will be kind of the history of Remuria. Fate is spinning like a loom that never ceases? Oh, you don't say.
Ooh, that's a pretty happy tune. Paimon's feeling all warm and fuzzy inside.
It seems like this box still functions. Well now, are we not safe?
Wait, so you weren't even sure if it would work or not?
Not completely. One cannot judge a box by its cover. Do you not concur?
Paimon gets the feeling that you're not talking about the box at all, but never mind that. What should we do now?
The chaotic symphony must be here. If we can locate it, we can retrieve the souls that have been taken from the townsfolk. Then let's have a look around for starters. A reasonable judgment. If memory serves, this castle has a great many strange rooms. Perhaps they are worth investigating first. Also, the castle's central hall plays host to a mysterious stage, though no more plays shall ever be performed there. It was once an entrance to a place deeper underwater still, where the power of the symphony yet lingers. We must go and check for any further anomalies there.
Deeper still?
Indeed. I wonder what awaits us there.
Hey, now's not the time to leave us hanging, Osa. You're a surprisingly petty one, huh?
Still, before the riddle may be solved, we must first find the clues that await us in the castle. Come, let us away. Can I free roam now? Might of the ancient symphony! Hello, brother. The enigmatic symphony seems to be from a now destroyed civilization. You can use its power to unleash 2 types of sound waves. Press to activate a pause sound wave and cause specific objects in the area to stop moving. Continuously hold to activate a play sound wave, which will cause specific areas in the area to start moving, or reactivate things that were paused. Special musical notes float above objects that can be influenced by the power of the symphony. They will change to show that they were changed. Not all objects that can be influenced by music can resonate with different sound waves. Most of them can only interact with a specific sound. Okay. In the Hall of the Sea King! See. Instantly, in my mind, In the Hall of the Mountain King started playing.
Wow! That strange fish was so huge! Good thing it didn't come for us.
I was looking at the ghost book, actually. But yes, very spooky. Let's see. We'll switch out the Lumen Stone, I suppose. Is it something I need to equip? No, that's the music box. We took it with us. Let's see. Where is this guy? This isn't gadgets. Here we go. What's this? Crystal fly trout. Huh? How do I do this? Brother? Yes. Ooh. Rumors that have left their bookshelf and appear out of nowhere in the castle due to the discordant melody's influence. Follows them, and then you can grab them. Yeah, that was what I was planning to do. That's why I need my thingy. How do I... Okay. Maybe our dear friend will tell us how to do it. Can I pet you? Meow meow. Give him a butt. Here you go. Oh my god, interactive petting? Ah. Sorry. I don't... Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Sorry. 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 I didn't realize you were talking to me in the top left. I would have paid more attention if I had known. Gameplay tutorial. Yes, I want to know how to pet the cat. Okay. May I pet you again? Okay, I'll stop. Bye-bye. Alright, Elsa, can you tell me how to activate the power of the Great Symphony? About these books. Fascinating, no? These books have all been infused with the mysterious power of the symphony. They can be activated using the melodies of the music box. Ah, but we can't do that right now. There's a book missing here. Let's go look for it in the area. Worry not, these books aren't dangerous in themselves, but perhaps there's something unexpected hidden behind them. What could it be? I couldn't say for sure, so you should go find out yourself. There are many secrets in this castle that even I haven't discovered yet. So... how do I do it? Where did it go? My music box. Did I click on it? No, it's not talking to me. Darn it. Here you are. Yes. Okay. So maybe there's a little instrument in the area. I feel like I'm missing something really obvious. They told me to use the power. Oh my god, it's right there. There we go. Great. I will put you back here. Yay. I was like, either we have to submit. There we go. Oh, and it was a rest. That's so funny. A rest symbol on the book. Either there's power I can pick up. I didn't see anything in the area. I was thinking like ball octopus, you know? A strange book that asked by the symphony's power calmed down at last. Or there would be an object in the area that I could interact with. Or it would be on my person, and it was already on my person. Yay! Oh, there's an Oculus in there. You want me to play music? Oh, and there's an exquisite chest in here. I'll keep this close. No! That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Thank you for your help. Let's see if he has anything new to say now that we've done it. Oh, well done. It looks as if you can now skillfully manipulate this musical might. I was right to put my faith in you. There are many books like this one in the castle. Back in the day... Nay, let us not dwell on the past. I believe you are fully capable of discovering the mysteries within. So you were definitely alive way back when, weren't you? Can I pet you again? May I? Can I touch your tail? Nope, sorry. I'll leave. I'll leave. Bye-bye. I just want to lavish you with affection. That's all. Teleporter! Behind the wall. Oculus, Oculus, everywhere. Oh. Oh, also, where'd you go, buddy? Okay. Once it comes back. Get it! It's out of my range. I'll investigate this sparkle stuff. Get it! Yay! Got it. I love that, though. The little rest note on it when you pause it. Wow. Wow. Painting. Book? Ooh. Ruggiero's notes? Ruggiero's? I already completely understand everything. Humanity has no need to, nor should they, control any knowledge beyond their abilities. In a way, it is not people who pursue knowledge, but knowledge that pursues people. I have an idea. It's one I never mentioned to the Golden Hunter before he left. Why not rebuild the long-abandoned town of Petrichor? We can attract refugees to live here, and spread other versions of the legend. That way, they will actively protect the rebuilt seals, and the secrets of this place will be forever buried, presumably. Oh, it's that organ, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a throne in front of it because, like, you know, this whole civilization music. Oh no! Oh yes. Hi.
Yeah, you're like a mini whale. It's this strange shiny fish again. Feels like it's been following us from the outside all this time. How weird.
Paimon, have you witnessed so little of the world as to find such things strange? Are we not underwater? Is it not ordinary to see all manner of fish about?
But this big guy looks anything but ordinary.
And this voice. I've heard it before.
Seriously? You mean from the dream you had before?
This part of the sea outside is like the castle, belongs to the past. It is something that should have been forgotten. If one ceaselessly calls out to a monster that has been blotted from memory, they might yet jump out and cause trouble. It is wise to be cautious. It is for the best if we simply treat it as an ordinary fish.
You make everything sound so scary, Asa. Are you just trying to creep us out or something?
I simply mean to avoid unnecessary complications. After all, our top priority is to retrieve the surface dwellers' souls, no? It just so happens that there's a blank score before us. We simply need to use the music box to tune the auto-harmonic reed pipes on either side, and we can obtain it. Give it a go. Another tutorial, wow. Hello, brother, once again. Auto-harmonic device built by an ancient civilization obsessed with music. It must be tuned to the correct mode using the power of the symphony. As you hold and unleash play sound waves, the soundboard will keep sliding, release to cause it to point at the specific note. This will allow you to change the tuning. Once a set of auto-harmonic reed pipes have been appropriately tuned, the note floating above them will change. As to what the correct note is, you might even be able to find clues nearby. Yeah, I saw one on the wall. Thank you, Ossa. So this one's a bass clef. This guy's a swirl. Yes, a swirl. In my heart, that's like the alto clef of this world or something. Yay! Charge them up. Yay! Oh my god, it's watching us. Hi! Hey, buddy! Goodness gracious, it's watching us. I want to take a picture almost. A good spot, right here. Put me away. What an interesting tableau. Alright, so we've got a chest. I really want to get that viewpoint.
I'll keep this close.
There we go. Yay! No fish. This is so sad. Oh, and the benches are moved slightly, I think. Oh no, they're there. Thanks for the sword that was inside this harp, apparently. You think it'll move once I grab this? Apparently not. Continue exploring.
But the score is totally blank. It looks like we won't be able to play with the music box either. What are we going to do with it then?
If there's nothing there, then that means that any melody can be written upon it. We will be able to make use of this. Yay! I love how musical I am down here. Alright, talk to Ossa. I was right to trust you. Tell us about your relationship to this castle. You've guessed it already, I reckon. In the past, when I could still change my form freely, he, and I, and many of our companions dwelled here. In those days, a new nation had just been born, and as far as we were concerned, possibilities were yet endless. Here, we organized the classics, researching music theory and magic, in the hopes that we might tame this perilous power and use it to open up a brighter age. But these possibilities would quickly become lost to us, and I alone remained. Asa, it's fine. These things happened a long time ago. Aw, buddy. Would you like some pets? May I pet you? No, okay. I will back off. Alrighty! Ooh, Oculus. Freckles. I'm falling. Oh, good. Every little bit of Mora helps. So, I think we head back out. We are surrounded by oculi. That's why we came. Hey, there's a challenge over there. Hey, another viewpoint. There's another Oculus. Or, sorry, teleporter. Stage of Faded Gold. So there's the stage. And theoretically, that's our entrance. Oh, hey, guys. You want to fight? I want this sparkle. Oh, I can sit down. Hey, book. Okay. Get the teleporter first, of course. And one thing I kind of wanted to do is I kind of want to see if I have anything else. Ooh! Oh, there's the Oculus. Oh, look at the stage. That must be a screen. It matches the scenery that was in our music box, of course, but the screen is somehow still moving. Pretty neat. There's an Oculus. Okay. Let's go get this floating book. And then I want to see if we have anything else to read about Remuria. And then maybe next time we'll start with jumping down there to get that Oculus and starting that fight. Excuse me. Hello. Anybody here? I didn't even see it, but I saw my thing pop up. Great, we got it. Alright, back up we go. I wonder if any lost grimoire can go into any bookshelf. Or if you have to use the right one on the right shelf. Oh, we'll see. There's that one at the very beginning that we need to go back to at some point. Hello. Ooh. Ooh la la. The Pentrionalis. Oh, what does that mean? It sounds so similar to wisdom, but it's definitely not quite. That would be Sapientia. Where's that teleporter? It's up there? It is. Okay, great. Let's sit down at a table. There we are. And I want to go check my archive, because I know we read, I think, Rise and Fall of Remuria or something. I want to see if there's anything else we can read. Hi, Rex Incognito. I technically actually have not read yet. But here's the one that we're collecting right now. The Feline Firm. Heron Harry. I think has to do... It says Kingdom. Ooh, Orphanage. Her nation have been defeated by Deus Ori? Okay. We'll come back to this. I think... Me? Oh, right, they also show you the things that you don't have. Okay, so let's go take a look then. Where's our Remuria one? Here we go. I didn't read this. No, I didn't. Where did the Remuria one go? Give me 1 second, I'm gonna find it. Here it is. The history of the decline and fall of Remuria. We read this. Great. And that's where we learned most of our history of Remuria from that we know so far. I'm gonna check these other ones to see... Ooh. Here we go. La Chanson de Irenaeus talks about King Remus. This could be fun. I'm guessing it won't be too much about Remuria, but it mentions Remuria, and we already did the Wild Fairy Irenaeus quest, so this could be a fun little follow-up to that. Interesting. Volume 1, Chapter 6, Part 7. Okay. And it's complete, so this is all I can read from this. How the emissary of King Remus came to Irenaeus, asking her for a gift of Aramori Castle's water and earth, and for her to submit to the Symphonia Capitoli, which means the Eternal Harmony. To the Symphony, I believe. Of the glorious deeds of Otkeras of Rehanie, a righteous and noble knight, and his valiant battle against a venom-breathing dragon. Much has already been said earlier that we shall draw to a close here. Oh, no, please feel free to repeat the whole thing so I can read it. Now we shall look back and talk of Irenaeus in those days. At the time, Irenaeus had just defeated the princes of Beluakoi, Atrebatus, and Yui Romandui and accepted their allegiance. And so the residents of those lands knew of the kindness of the Mistress of Many Waters, submitting to her rule with sincerity. To celebrate that fealty and wisdom, 8 days of feasting were ordered in Erimori Castle, with all to be treated as honored guests. On that day, a musician arrived, an emissary dispatched by King Remus of Capitoli, claiming to have a message to deliver. He came with no attendants or guards, just a single horse, and a golden-tipped fasces as a symbol of his status. Everyone present was deeply displeased, but the emissary was permitted to speak out of respect for Araneas, the beloved leader of the knights. On seeing Araneas, the emissary first wished her well and performed a formal bow, before explaining his intent. I represent the most honorable and greatest King Remus, Emperor of all, and send my regards to your court. May your anger never destroy your powers of reasoning. King Remus asks of you 2 gifts as legitimate tribute. The first is water. The purest of waters can wash away all sins. The second is earth, for dense earth can resist the erosion that looms. Interesting. King Remus expects you and your people to honor his wishes. Should you dare to resist, death will be sure to follow. The emissary's message sent Sir Guillaume of Gelon into a rage, and he drew the sacred blade Narbonai from its scabbard. Cease, you braggart. To make such threats on this occasion is an insult to every knight here. And if you mean to threaten my sovereign liege, there is no need for me to hold back. I shall have your head, sir, in a single stroke. More of the brave knights drew their swords, including Knight Blancandrin and his compatriot, Knight Marseille. But the wise Knight Araneas gave an order to the knights present. The emissary from Capitoliani was not to be harmed. Please, tell King Remus, great emissary, that in this whole world there is only one to whom we bend the knee. And that is the beneficent Mistress of Many Waters, our mistress, who bears for us our sins, the greatest and most honorable ruler. No other ruler or god can be spoken of in the same breath, for she is greatest in kindness and first in glory. On hearing that, King Remus's emissary again spoke, saying this before all gathered there. Before King Remus conquered the land, war, hunger, or plague often descended upon us. Those who once fought against each other have been brought to peace under a single ruler, and this is wisdom. For otherwise, who shall mourn when the waters flow over our heads? And who shall save us in our hour of need? If all these braves, who has rescued themselves from ignorance and superstition? Who hears the cries of the weak? King Remus's orders are well meant and born of pity. He does not wish to see a single person fall into the waters. He would see us all saved. This is just like Narcissus and Groots. Volume 2, Chapter 6, Part 9. How the knights of every region united to lend their strength to Araneas, in opposition to the designs of the Capitoliani to invade. When Sir Agricane had finished, the fine bowman knighted dressed, Prince of Leoni, was first to speak and offer his view. The harmony and prosperity that Vivarium's heir has promised us are naught but lies, his promise but trickery. Knight Araneas of the Lakelight, none so noble and wise as you should be taken in by such pretense. You must know that those words are aimed much like a poisoned arrow dipped with gold. It may be dazzling to watch, but the pain it brings shall all be the greater. His fair companion, Adsiltia, there we go, the lady of the azure sail, whose name meant daughter of ice, was next to speak. Interesting detail to make sure we include it in there. Vivarium's heir is the least trustworthy of traitors. That he would have such harmonious congress with Boethius is completely bewildering. Knight Araneas of the Lakelight, no matter what reason he offers, we cannot let the Capitoliani harm all we know to be good. Please, make up your mind as soon as you are able, and do battle with the court of the Capitoliani, for there shall be no salvation for our souls should you bend the knee. Let the evil disappear like dew in the sun. Oathbreakers and the unjust will be driven from this world. And, in this way, songs will be sung of your wisdom. For those who seek to exact the debt of bloodshed will be remembered by those in misery. And following that, Sir Nimes, Sir Tulpen, and all the other noble knights lent their swords to the fight. Araneas knew of their dedication and offered her sincere thanks. Then she met with King Remus's musician, who spoke to him as follows. Please inform King Remus, noble emissary, that we are not bound to bow before any monarch. The Mistress of Many Waters has granted us all equal honor. There are none greater who shall trample me, none lesser who must envy me. And I am to lead her blessed army to destroy the White Dragon and the Grand City, and to cleanse their bodies in their own blood. Like a herder drives the wolves from his flock, I will drive the invaders from this land, serve as an eternal warning. And with that, Ernias ordered Sir Firabaras to prepare wondrous gifts for the Capitoliani musician. She also ordered the emissary to be escorted back to Charybdis Castle, so he could report to King Remus. Of that we shall write later. Volume 3, Chapter 20, Part 3. How Ernias bid farewell to the Mistress of Many Waters, and how she threw her sword into the lake 3 times. The Mistress of Many Waters heard all this, and, in her eternal kindness, compassion, and grace, granted Ernias her wish. And so Ernias said, "Thank you, O Queen of Many Waters, for showing me the pure grail I so urgently desired, and for allowing me to complete this journey. Those knights who yet survive, your servants, will continue to loyally serve you and your future kingdom, following that noble musician. They will pursue the lingering shadows, restoring justice. For those who travel in the dark yearn for the light, but those in the light know nothing of the dark. Goodness is nothing but a dream. Thus do I present these good knights to you, and beg that you forgive their sins." The Mistress of Many Waters heard all this, and, in her eternal kindness, compassion, and grace, granted Ernias her wish. And so Ernias said, "O Queen of Many Waters, I confess to you my sins, and do not hide my evil, for they are too grave to be forgiven. In your high and pure ideals, you must not forgive such sins. The only possible comfort for my soul is expulsion and exile. There are no angels or divine edicts. In your kind and loving land, only sin may determine sin, and only people may judge people. I ask only that you remember my suffering and witness our grievances, for these are like disease, like a poison. I submit my name into your hands, and may all who criticize us be cursed for all eternity for their lack of righteousness." The knight with sea-colored eyes finished her speech and drew her shining sword. A beam of watery light shone from it and lit up the valley. "O fair Hauteclair, sword of light, how you shine under the blazing sun's beams! You have drunk the crimson blood of the unrighteous. Oath breakers and the unjust have fallen like flakes of snow to the ground before your purity. Countless sins stain my coat, for I bear the guilt of bloodshed. I have taken lives, even that of the righteous, yet still you shine. May the Mistress of Many Waters have mercy. The unrighteous are not worthy of you. Beautiful and holy lake light, I return you now to the lake." Thus did the knight with sea-colored eyes cease speaking, and she threw the sword in her hand to the waters of the lake. Yet the sword did not sink, and drifted back to her feet. "O fair Hauteclair, sword of light, you are so lovely and sacred, your golden hilt inlaid with jewels. Daira, that maiden by the lake, that noble lady of pure waters, gifted you to the chief of knights, so she could perform countless deeds. She once used you to conquer Petrichor. She once used you to defeat Isaias. Even the Fae of the distant south could not seize you. May the Mistress of Many Waters have mercy. The unrighteous are not worthy of you. Beautiful and holy lake light, I return you now to the lake." Thus did the knight with sea-colored eyes cease speaking, and she threw the sword in her hand to the waters of the lake. Yet the sword did not sink, and drifted back to her feet. "O great Hauteclair, sword of light! By your blade were so many conflicts settled in peace, and the ravages of war laid to rest in these lands. One day there shall be one nobler than I, 7 times more so, who will lift you again, and they shall do deeds 7 times greater. How many wondrous days have I spent beside you? Ah, dawn breaks, yet I have lost the crown of righteousness forever. May the Mistress of Many Waters have mercy. The unrighteous are not worthy of you. Beautiful and holy lake light, I return you now to the lake." Thus did the knight with sea-colored eyes cease speaking, and she threw the sword in her hand to the waters of the lake. The sword sank without a trace. And then she left with the spirit who had been by her side from the start, never again to be seen by any in this world. Wow! Oh, that's a really cool one. I liked this one a lot. I find myself being a big fan of Araneas. So do you suppose Araneas, the region, is obviously, right, named after this Araneas, an ancient knight? She's so cool. And it seems like... yeah, we see this conflict between Remus and the original Hydro Archon. I believe it will be the Mistress of Many Waters. That would be Egeria. So... how cool. He wanted to conquer them and came to them to basically ask if they would peacefully submit. Nobody wanted to do it. The Pure Grail. That's interesting. I'm wondering what that is. Yeah. Following that noble musician. Do you suppose that's the same musician from, what was it, The Decline and Fall? Or was it one of the artifact sets that we read? That's so cool. Wow, I really liked that one. What a cool story. I wonder if we'll get to see any of that conflict from Remus's side. We're already seeing sort of his, stated reasons for wanting to conquer other places, which is that he wanted to bring everyone under the symphony to escape the Fortuna. And then theoretically, he would let people go their own ways once again. But things did not exactly work out the way that he had intended. I'm wondering if we'll see, I assume we'll learn more about that story, but I'm wondering if we'll see more of his perspective on the Port of Fontaine, basically, during all this. That would be really cool. Anyways, that will be all for today. We are making good progress, I think. I'm so happy to be in this new area, and I'm hoping... it doesn't seem too big, so I don't know how many episodes it will take to do, like, the main world quest here. But I'm hoping to at least find Arlecchino's boss. That's my only goal, besides learning more about Remuria and the fate of Remus himself. So, we'll pick up here next time. And for now, we are done. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A big thank you to our Patreon supporters. Jay Blakewood, Konosar, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, Gibrilia, the Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, the Asaritsa, Ruru, Lycan, Axel Iron, Jake Quellen, Lunar, and all of our anonymous patrons. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.